The Aviary is one of Galantis' most notable works, featuring popular tracks such as True Feeling, Hunter, and the most notable out of all of these, No Money. We see the album as a collection of bops we jam out to, but after hearing some of the lyrical themes, I've begun to believe that it goes deeper than that. I'm BuzzyTheBee, and this is my theory on Galantis' sophomore album, The Aviary. Based on the lyrical themes of The Aviary and the order in which the tracks play on the album is a love story that follows an implied male character and an implied female character. Based on the gender of the singer and each song changing every 1 to 2 songs, we have the idea that the album's story is alternating perspectives and giving us insight on how both characters feel in their dialogue with one another. The album is split into 2 parts, which we'll call Act 1 and Act 2. Act 1 introduces both characters respectively as they talk about their feelings for each other. The second half of Act 1 shows the characters' relationship quickly taking a turn. Act 2 centers around relationship redemption with some doubts along the way. Overall, the album concludes with a peaceful relationship. In the album's opener, True Feeling, we get introduced to our male character as he describes what and how he feels when he's around the female character. Though, you can see some foreshadowing in the lyrics, as he says, "Hope it never changes, I'll spend my life trying to recreate this." He hopes that it never changes, which sadly it will as the album progresses. However, "I'll spend my life trying to recreate this" implies that I'll spend a good portion of the album trying to make it right and relive what he currently feels. Our female character is introduced to us in Hey Alligator as she describes what and how she feels when she's around male, comparing his love and her feelings to the characteristics of an alligator. For an example, the line, "My heart is in your teeth," represents how male has a major grip on female's heart. She then says that she can't escape him and asks herself why she comes back for more, then answering to herself that it's just in her human nature to do so. This immediately tells us that male and female are always with each other, but this could be a bad thing as female asks herself why she comes back for more, possibly hinting at the fact that this relationship could be unhealthy, resulting in her questioning her loyalty. I'm not allowed to listen to this one, so unfortunately I cannot give insight. However, Girls on Boys most likely indicates a scene involving the nasty, if you catch my drift. While I personally have not heard much of the song, from what I have heard, there's 2 lyrics that are highly crucial to this story. "Rather hear a good night, let's not say goodbye, and let's take what's left and make it right." These lyrics imply that the relationship has already started to go haywire. In Tell You You Love Me, female talks about how she's been wondering if male is even hers and if he even loves her. You could hear this right at the beginning of the song when she says, "I've been up all week not getting any sleep trying to read the signs." And then later on in the song she tries to push the words out of Mel's mouth as her doubts become more prominent in her. Act 1 closes with Hello, a song where Male starts to express his doubts as well. As a voice in his head tells him to stay, he starts doubting because, quoted from the lyrics, if he takes one more step, he'll never be the same. This means he'll be a different man if he continues to distance himself from female. But he keeps running from female's love as his heart says he should go back. Since he keeps running, he's ignoring his own heart, in which the song depicts the heart calling out to him in the line, "Hello, can you hear me now? This is your heart begging you turn back around." As we now fall into Act 2, female becomes the hunter as she tries to hunt for male's heart. She states that she could be the only one to love him, as she says, "Only my love can conquer." She is now traveling into what is metaphorically viewed as the wild. This wild that female is referring to could most likely be a metaphor for making up and winning male's heart over, as this can be a very tough conversation in a relationship. She also mentioned earlier in the song a place called the other side, and the treasure deep in your, implying the male's soul. This shows that female believes there is another side to male, and that on the other side lies that treasure in his soul. And now, on to one of my personal favorite tracks on the album. This one shows major self-conflict as male fights back and forth between fixing the relationship and overall just questioning it. "Written in the Scars" is a play on words derived from "written in the stars," a phrase meaning something is destined to be. "Written in the Scars," however, means that if the relationship continues, it's only destined to hurt. This internal conflict is most noticeable where he says, "We can fix all our fractured bones, but that's just it. It's better off we don't love." At the end of the song, he encourages female to stay true and do what's right to fix things. This song leads to the resolution of the Aviary's hidden story. The first important set of lyrics is, I was born to run, but not down that road. Sweetest songs took me away from you. This means he was born to live his life, but not down that negative path that he took. The sweetest songs that took him away reference the temptations and bad things that looked good to him, but in reality drove him further and further away from female. The next important set of lyrics is, now you're calling me home, pulling me out of the crowd, saying it's time to come home. We don't have to hurt no more. Female is calling him away from these sweet songs that took him away. She's pulling him out of the negative crowd he ran with, and now they're in a pain-free relationship once more. While Love on Me doesn't have any story-important dialogue, its looping lyrics set a scene. Girl, put your love on me, I won't let you down, and I feel it all around, all reference that they're loving again and that they're immersed in the beautiful feelings they once felt, while I won't let you down implies that male will no longer go his arrow ways. This is the conclusion to the story, as it's the last song on the album with the story theme. Now, before I continue, the genius annotation of a lyric I'm about to cover states that pillow talks are only a conversation surrounding the nasty. They're also a thing in romantic settings. The lyric is, when pillow talks turn to pillow fights, remember before you say goodnight to make up before you go to sleep, the pillow fights turn to pillow dreams. Genius annotates that some pillow talks can result in arguments, but can sometimes playfully resolve in pillow fights. This implies that male and female made up peacefully and that there's nothing but dreams and good things. The story is now resolved, except for one thing. I tested the Igor theory, which is a popular theory surrounding Tyler the Creator's album Igor, that states that the album's story goes in a loop because of the last note on the song being inconclusive, and that the first note of the song that opens the album properly concludes that last song. I thought I'd give this theory a go at the Aviary, and to my surprise, the final note in Pillow Fight is the exact same note that starts True Feeling, the first song on the album. I'll play Pillow Fight's last note again. I'll now loop it so you're used to it. And boom, same note. That's why I believe no money was thrown in with the rest of the album, to disrupt the loop, making the fact that there's a looping story more hidden. I'm BuzzyTheBee, and this has been my theory on the Aviary. Thanks for watching.